When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room.
The perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Rush is on him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Quarterback making adjustments. He fires to the left side. He's got it!
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy.
The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical.
He's got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Extra point here would tie the game.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air. It's Bachmeier. That's reeled in. It's Mays. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Ducks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get the edge on the left. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll try to do it himself. Catch inside the 25.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets it.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Touré. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Back to throw, it's Buckmeyer. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Finds a seam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking for room, it's Scott. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. At midfield, he's got room. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Got a man. It's Cox. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Grab behind the line. It's Riggs. At the 35, he's loose. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Balls and fired complete. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's McCutcheon. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And here's the third interception of the night. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Back to pass, it's Buckmeyer. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's McCutcheon. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Scanning the field, it's Buckmeyer. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mays. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gresham. The offense will quickly use a timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets him to the 32. And the Bruins in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Throws for the tight end. It's caught.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Caught near the sticks, it's Mays. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the heat. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Makes the grab. It's Cox. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And some room to work. Turns it on down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Bought a little time. Lets it go. The short hands. It's Riggs. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing the...
Makes the grab! Touchdown, UCLA! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He's run out of bounds at the 41, and he was oh so close to breaking that return. First play of the drive comes from the 41. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. Got him downfield. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw, it's Myers. Makes the grab, it's Joyner. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
He'll get rid of it. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job. Get the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Dropping back, it's Meyer. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one.
The defense is obviously trailing by a lot here in the second half. They need something big to happen to get back in this one. Turnovers is the key. They were almost able to get one right there. Nice job knocking it out. The offense very lucky it rolled out of bounds.
Bounced off his feet.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. And the Bruins will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Ducks want to move quickly.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Hauls it in. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They just keep firing. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the air on second down. He caught it. Touchdown Ducks. They move on top here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Makes the catch. A two-point conversion is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Back to throw, it's Myers. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Bruins will snap it on first and 10. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Coming up, fourth down.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. A harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I don't think anybody expected this true freshman to jump in the scene here in college football and just explode the way he has. He has been making big plays week in and week out, and that's why this true freshman is square in the middle of the discussion when you're talking about Heisman Trophy.
They'll run it. It's Riggs. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
To throw, it's Meyer. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Nice patience by the quarterback here. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Under fire. With the catch, it's McCutcheon. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the pressure. Still looking on the move. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Blasted as he lets it go.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get them to third and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won second down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable third down. They win and probably force the punt here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Dances away to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's